Good morning, motor cars. It is Friday, January 19th. In the dead of winter, it's definitely cold out there. Looking forward to the official opening day of Daylight Donuts and Coffee so that we can chow down on some of that yumminess, which will be the 26th, I've heard. So if you get a chance to stop down and check it out, do. Anniversaries this weekend. Kristen Dale, who is our detail manager, has an anniversary on the 19th. She's been here since 2004, so happy anniversary, Kristen. Birthdays this weekend. We've got a few. On the 20th, we have Adam Howe, who is in Honda sales, Antonio Morrison, who is in Toyota sales, and Benjamin Saplak, who is a Brunswick car wash attendant. And then on the 21st, we have Bill Hickey, who's over at the body shop. So happy birthday to everyone and all. I'd like to chat a little bit about Google, Amazon, Apple, and Facebook this week. It can be argued that those four companies are currently more powerful than any single government on the planet. In a very real way, they shape the way we look at things, our economics, and definitely our communication. When it comes to products and services, they ultimately decide who wins and who loses, and they'll have that power for the foreseeable future. We really can't complain about that because we gave and continue to give them that power. We make them what they are, but probably not in the way that you think. Google, Apple, Amazon, and Facebook aren't necessarily successful because they make money. In fact, Amazon only earned 19 cents a share last quarter, which is pitiful. It's the fact that they create and collect tons of customer data. They figure out what it means and they use it to dominate their particular market, squeezing out anybody else that's in their space or buying them out. One of the things that we need to do is make sure that we're consistently collecting data and as much data as we possibly can about all of our customers. VinConnect has tons of places where you can put almost everything about a customer. And we need to collect things that will ultimately make it easier for us to do business with that customer and more individualize all the marketing that they receive from us, because that's the future. The whole idea of sending out shotgun ads that are just shooting to a whole group of customers, those days are long gone. The reason that these companies succeed is because everything is individualized for each customer and tailored to what their tastes are. And we need to move in that same direction with our marketing. So when you first put a customer into the system, put in everything you possibly can. You put in whether they're male or female, put in whether they're married or not, put in their kids, the sports teams they like, the hobbies that they have. Same thing on the service side. Xtime has spaces where we can put in private data that nobody but us can see. It doesn't show up on the customer receipts or anything. Just put in little notes about they like this, they don't like this. You know, this customer tends to need to have things done at exactly the right time and in exactly the right way, or this customer is very fussy about detail services on their car, or whatever it may happen to be that'll help us make sure that that customer gets the experience that they want. And in the office too. If you look into DealerTrack, there's a space for customer notes where we can put in all the things that you learn about a customer. If you've talked to a customer and they're having some issues with the company or something like that, all that data should go in there because it helps us act on it. And again, it helps us to individualize their experience. So remember, consistent data collection, consistent individualization of all the messages that we send out to customers. And speaking of all those answers that we send out to customers, the other thing that we need to do is make sure that all of our answers are consistent. Matt had a great idea this week. Actually, he had a couple weeks ago when we finally started using it this week, of doing flashcards for everybody in the BDC with questions from all the different service managers and the service advisors of things that they get asked on a daily basis that we should know the answer to. And basically, we made a game out of it so that they can win lunch based on how many of the answers they get right. But it's really just to make sure that everybody's giving the same answer to the same questions. And I strongly recommend that for all the other departments. It's been a great game for us. We've had a great time with it. And it's helped to make sure that we're all saying the same message and giving the same answer, because that's the key to consistency. And it's also the key to customers trusting us because they always get the same answer. Have a great weekend, Motor Cars.